Welcome to part 2. A lot of you guys had questions on how I like to pluck the hairline, so I will teach you guys how I pluck and make it look very natural. I like to pluck in sections, so I start out with the sides. As you can see in this clip, I like to pull some hair out first and I like to pluck behind. The technique that I use is I like to pluck in the same spot for 2 to 3 times and then I skip the next section and then I keep going. Essentially, I like to create a pattern. So if you watch closely in this clip, you can see that I'm plucking 2 to 3 times in the same spot. I skip the next spot and then I go to the other spot and I just continue that process until I get to the end of my section. After I'm done with the section, I pull back the hair that I had initially pulled out, and now I am plucking the very front of the hairline. Since I had already plucked behind the very front of the hairline, I am able to see where I initially plucked. So when it comes to plucking the very front of the hairline, I just repeat the same pattern that I did before. This technique will allow you not to pluck too much hair. I would also like to mention that I pluck more hair on the sides than I do once I get closer to my part. Since I like to rock a middle part, I pluck less hair towards the middle to avoid bald spots. And as you can see, these are the results of how the plucking turned out and the wig looks very natural.